Steps to making a paddle are fairly straightforward. You find the best paddle you can that fits you in your hand, and then you create a pattern. Pattern lies down on a cedar plank. It's cut out with a saw and then trimmed to fit and follow all the curvature it needs to have. The hardest part of trying to make a paddle is to get the symmetry, to get the shape, to get the proper length and everything that works for you.
The hardest part was getting the outline on it.
I think the hardest part was all the sawdust. There's a lot of dust in the air.
I'd say one of the hardest parts about making a paddle is when you make a mistake. With wood, if you take something off, you can't really just put it back on.
I think maybe the hardest part is all these people are coming in thinking it's just a one weekend workshop and they'll just have fun making a tool.
My favorite part is putting the design on the paddle. You'd put your crest on there. In this case, it's Tlingit Indians we're talking about, and everything they own has artwork on it.
My favorite part about making paddles, other than using them afterwards, I suppose, would be trying to look at some historic examples of paddles and then trying to emulate or copy how they used to do them.
I like sanding my paddle the most.
I think sometimes when you're working on a big group project, it brings people together in a different way than they have been before, and so I'm used to seeing people just kind of going throughout their life in town, and maybe they've got a lot on their mind, but at the paddle workshop I just saw a lot of folks singing and smiles on their faces and getting really excited as their paddle progressed through the process.
And it has a special meaning because of my grandmother. My grandmother was born and raised in Wrangell. She's full-blooded Tlingit Indian, and she had her own canoe when she was 9 years old, and she loved to tell stories about paddling.
I think it's special to know how the whole process goes for anything. It makes it more meaningful. It feels like a different experience to paddle with your own paddle that you made.
I think making Tlingit art in general does. I have some artwork, some paddles actually, that my great-great-grandfather had made. And this would have been about 100 years ago or so. And so looking at those and then looking at some of the art that I do or try to copy from him, in that way it has a lot of meaning to me.